Steve Callaway. Welcome to the video, and we're going to watch Angelina Jordan's Suspicious Mind Elvis Presley cover, the official music video. And as far as I'm concerned, this entire video is a masterpiece, a work of art. Belongs in the Louvre. Special, there's the Mona Lisa, then there's the Angelina Jordan Suspicious Minds Elvis cover, okay? I don't know which one would draw more fans, to be honest, after they heard Angelina sing a little bit. But the important thing is that Angelina, I don't know how many artists actually go and give a lot of respect, pay a lot of respect to wherever the song came from that they cover. So I think it's worth keeping in mind, too. I don't know if there's any connection here with it, but Elvis never wrote a song. He covered songs, and songs were written for him. But as far as I could tell by doing a Google search, he never actually wrote a song. They were written for him. And, of course, he did covers of other songs that he was familiar with. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not criticizing Elvis for that. Some people, have the ability to do it, and some don't, and that's okay. You can't, have the ability to do everything, right? Unless your name's Angelina Jordan, okay? Now, Angelina does write songs, and there's a lot of artists out there that write their own music, and that's fine. Some people have that ability, some people don't. Some people are storytellers, and some people are not storytellers. So, and there's also the conveyance of the feelings and the emotion and the meaning and purpose of the song, which I think is something that, Angelina has mastered at a very young age, that many people that are actually great singers, even at the, after some length of career, they still aren't able to really convey that as well as Angelina is now at this age. In my opinion, I know everybody, you can always pick out a performance here and there that has an exceptional amount of that, but, Angelina, I've always said it, she can make me get emotional pretty much every song. Sometimes it's not even the song and the lyrics and the meaning of the song. Sometimes it's just that little girl can do that. That's amazing, that kind of thing, right? It's kind of tears of joy mostly. It's not an amazement. It's not sadness or anything like that. So, with all that stuff, I can yammer on forever. You guys know that, but I'm going to stop right there. And we're going to watch this video. I'm going to put it on full screen so my picture will be gone. But I will be here in the background watching along with you, because this particular performance is just the whole thing. Everything here is paying respect to Elvis. That was where I was going with the whole thing. A lot of people don't pay respect to the original artist. They don't spend a lot of time paying respect to the original artist. And they certainly don't make a whole video with all like Angelina has done. And it's just a beautifully shot with the camera. Beautifully shot in a beautiful location, an antique store. And it's just, the whole video here is just great. Let's watch. Big screen first, and then...
Oh, little love, survive. I dry the tears from your eyes. Just don't let a good thing die. Well, honey, I've never lied to you. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe a word I say, we can go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. If an old friend I know stops by to say hello, would I still see suspicion in your eyes? Here we go again, asking where I've been. You can see the tears are real, I'm crying. Oh yeah, we can go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. Oh, little lost of I dry the tears from your eyes. It's don't let a good thing die. When, honey, you know I've never lied to you. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the whole thing gets me emotional. The fact that Elvis isn't here anymore is there's a sadness to that. I don't want to get into things like the circumstances and this, that, and the other thing, and who did what. Watched the movie. After the movie, the recent one that was out, after the movie, I did some Google searches to try to, confirm various things in the movie, which is something I do regularly. I go to a lot of movies, well, I used to, not so much anymore. There's really none that I really want to see anymore, actually. A lot of them are just not my thing, I guess. And so I used to, I'll tell you just quick, I don't want to get off the topic too much, but I used to go on the weekends. I used to go maybe to 2 or 3 movies on a Saturday, another 2 or 3 on a Sunday. I used to do a whole weekend. I used to have this. I still got it actually. A Regal movie pass, $21 a month, something like that, and you get as many movies as you want. A single movie nowadays costs like $11-12 for the seat, and then if you can't resist the popcorn and the something to drink, then you're up to another. You're probably up to $25-30 for one person, right? So the $21.99, if you go to more than one movie a month, is worth it. At the local theater where I go. It's not that local, but it's pretty close. So I used to take full advantage of it. I used to take in a lot of movies because I like going to movies. Why? Movies provide me something almost the same as watching Angelina here sing this song. They're a little bit of a sanctuary and a respite from everyday normal life that can sometimes just, it seems like sometimes it can just wear you down. Not necessarily physically or mentally, but just, you get into a routine. Now, sometimes you get in a routine when things are good, you don't mind that routine. Other times when it's just drudgery, it's like, the same thing. Cleaning the house day after day. Because when you got 2 dogs, you got to clean the house every day, okay? And, it's, sometimes, it just wears on you sometimes, right? So you got to get out, you got to get some entertainment, you got to get some relief from the drudgery. And I mean, I like my life. I love my life. I love my house. I love my dogs. I like everything about it. But it's nice to get out to a movie and of course, I always take advantage of the opportunity when I'm out to talk to people, and I try to weasel Angelina into the conversation. And people say, "Well, what do you do?" Funny you should ask. I do YouTube videos about Angelina Jordan. Have you ever heard of her? You know, I say, listen, but they pull my phone out, play one of Angelina's songs, right? And it's like, yeah, that's what I do. I do commentary on Angelina's videos. Sometimes I react to them if I haven't seen them, but there's not that many I haven't seen anymore. I keep finding one now and then, but they're harder to come by than they used to be. So back to Angelina again. So look at what she did here. Everything here, it just fits. It's right. Her hairdo, reminiscent of Priscilla's hairdo. Her the black leather, Elvis. The guitar, Elvis. Retro. The microphone, Elvis. All of it. She walks in. She doesn't have blue suede shoes on, but they look like they're blue. There's a blue luster to them. And reminiscent of the blue suede shoes, and it's the first thing you think of when you see them, even though they're not suede, but they're it evokes that that memory, I guess. And I don't know how many of you have been to Graceland or seen pictures of Graceland, but Elvis liked old, fancy stuff, like all the stuff in this antique store, like that chair back there. You know, I could see that being in one of the rooms at Graceland, right? That big mirror there, I could see that being in one of the rooms at Graceland. It was, and the chandeliers, all of it actually, even the piano. So, you know, it all fits, and it's paying respect to Elvis. That's what it is. And then the way she sings the song, I said this the first time I heard this song when this video first came out. I said, you know something? Honestly, I've heard that song so many times. I like the song. Heard Elvis sing it a lot of times. You know, fantastic. It's all good. But you know, the thing that struck me, and it's happened in other videos too that Angelina's done, is I never really paid that much attention to the lyrics, what they meant, until Angelina sang it. Now it's like I'm listening to every word and feeling every word, and I understand it now. I understand what the whole story is with the lyrics. Okay, never did before. You could, if you quizzed me before, I don't think I, you know, I mean, Suspicious Minds. The title gives away, you know, part of it, but you know, to get into any kind of depth, I would have probably had to, you know, back out of the conversation. So let us end the video here. Thanks for watching. It was a beautiful video. Of course, everybody's seen it before, but yeah, I mean, the reason I'm playing the Elvis videos is obvious. I hope is that you know, Angelina is going to be singing at the Westgate. That is the original name of that hotel was the International. It's where Elvis actually went there. Barbra Streisand was the opening act at the brand new hotel. 3,000 rooms. I don't know if it had 3,000 when it opened, but that's what it's got now. And that's a huge hotel. And Elvis was the first, I guess we'll call him a star, to take up residency in the hotel in which he was performing, which he was there. He lived there for 7 years, And then he contractually had to play a certain number of dates to fulfill his contract. And then the rest of the time he could have off and not have to perform. But so he had over 630 some odd, I think, sold out shows in a row. All of them were sold out, all the ones he did. So that was really something. What a lot of people don't know that I found by doing a Google search was way back when Elvis was just a young person coming up, like Angelina's going to be when she steps on the stage. He went to Vegas for a bit, and he was not well received. People didn't like him. They thought he was, you know, this rock and roll crazy person, young person. Get out of here. You know, we don't want that stuff here. That kind of thing. Yeah, he was not well received. He did not open up to sold out shows and crowds. Not in any way, shape, or form. Wrong. It was the wrong audience, the wrong time, the wrong place for him at that time. Because he ushered rock and roll into the mainstream. So he was, I mean, I think he single-handedly pretty much did almost all of it, where he brought rock and roll. he was on TV. Remember, there was all the controversy about not showing him below the waist because of his dance moves and all this stuff. But he had he had tremendous charisma, and he had a certain charm about him. So when he got FaceTime on TV, I mean, he could sell ice cubes to Eskimos, right? But he was a genuine guy too. I'm not saying he was trying to sell anything. So his talent, his ability, his performance ability, his entertainer aspect to him, all that combined. Then he got into the movies, and then he was well known for all those movies he did too. I think there was over 30 movies, if I remember right. And everybody loved him. So after he got through all that stuff, and he went back to Vegas, now he's a star. Now he can sell out all the shows. Now he can be hired to $100 million contract or whatever it was. It's sometimes it takes time. People gotta do that. And if you're in a kind of an offshoot, not an offshoot, but a less popular genre, like jazz, okay, for example, that at one time was the genre. Then eventually, when rock and roll came in, it kind of nudged jazz, a little bit off to the side, and then kind of took over for a while. Then you got all kinds of stuff nowadays. But back in those times, I mean, country and jazz were kind of like the two big items. And so let's go back to this one. So Angelina, she comes in with her own style, slows it down, changes it, makes it jazzy, more jazzy. It's more storytelling. It's more the feeling of the song, and just changes it. But the whole time, she's paying respect to Elvis at the same time. The song is still there. The melody is still there. His way of doing things is still there. How she looks is still there. It's all there. It's remarkable that she would put this much effort into paying respect to the legend Elvis Presley, okay, who she credits with being one of her influences, strong influences. And if looking at her song list, she's covered many Elvis songs and many times. So it's not just her saying that to get clicks and views, okay? She's actually done it, okay? So that's important. Okay, let's get out of here. You know how it is, I could talk forever. So have a nice day, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I know this video is probably up all over the place out there, but you know what? I love Angelina like a granddaughter. She's the most talented singer I have ever heard in my life, period. And I'm going to Vegas to see her. I went to Portsmouth to see her, first time ever seeing her. And I'm going to Vegas and probably both shows, I think, as it looks like. And yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. It's an out-of-body experience to see her live. It's way different than anything else I've ever seen, period. Full stop. And then recovering takes a while too, which I never thought I'd have to recover from going to a concert, okay? But I did. I did have to take time, but I didn't. I went back to work, like the next day. But I was in a fog, man. I couldn't believe it. I kept asking myself, even driving home, the 7 hours it took to drive home, it's like, was I really there? Did I actually see Angelina Jordan in concert? Was I there really? I couldn't have been there. It had to be a dream, right? I'm talking to myself the whole way home. Never turned the radio on or anything, just kind of talk to myself. So anyway, a little funny side note. I don't know if it's funny or not. It's probably a little weird, but that's the way it is. See you later, guys. Have a good day, good night, good morning, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.